Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. I promise, okay?
Welcome back.
So, how's that new left arm feeling? That's strange. The analytical scans didn't pick up any major problems. We know your fluids are circulating properly, and it looks like you can definitely control your fingers. You should be back to normal.
If Lynn says the scans check out, I'm sure it'll be fine. It can take some time to readjust. It's kind of like phantom limb syndrome, just in reverse.
That must be it. You did just have the operation. Sadly, there's nothing I can do to speed up the sync process. Just give it a little time. You'll see.
Before we go any further, I wanted to apologize. I should have realized you might have forgotten about this, but... as you probably noticed, the body you're inhabiting is artificial. We call them mimeosomes. MIMS for short.
Mimeosomes are designed to mimic human physiology as much as possible. The whole point is for us to forget about them. That way we can still enjoy the things we love, like cooking.
We're all like this. Every single crew member that escaped on the White Whale. All of us are MIMS.
But why would friends all become robots?
Well, just think about it. It could have taken decades to find a new planet to call home, or even centuries. We had no idea. Who would want to crew the ship if they knew they were going to grow old or die along the way?
Tatsu see Linley point.
Our actual bodies are waiting in the lifehold, in stasis with all the human passengers. We control our mimeosomes remotely from there. So you see, that's why it's so important for us to find and protect the lifehold. Our lives are on the line here too. If the lifehold were to stop functioning for any reason while we're still there in stasis...
everyone, including every MIM in New LA, would drop dead on the spot.
That reminds me, something else you should know. It's possible for us to switch to another mimeosome if these bodies fail or become too badly damaged. But the process requires equipment from the Lifehold Core, the central unit of the whole operation.
So what if Gingley and her big beasties smash friends' robot MIMS?
We wouldn't be able to come back yet.
For now, we need to consider these MIMS as precious as we would our real, actual bodies. Don't get reckless out there just because you're in a mimeosome. That's an order, you hear? One last thing, and I need to trust you all to keep this quiet. It's sensitive info, so HQ has only been telling team leaders about it. We can't have a panic on our hands. The readout on Blade Tower. You've seen it? It's not some kind of special clock or anything like that. It's a countdown.
Big number counts down to what?
The Lifehold shutting down.
What?
The Lifehold lost its power source when we lost the White Whale. It's been running on backup ever since. We need to locate the lifehold and get a power source in place by the time that percentage reaches 0.
And if we don't,
These bodies will no longer sustain us.
we'll die.
Not just die, Lynn. Die out. It would mean the end of the human race as we know it. The end of everything.
Well, on that cheerful note,
Okay, Rook. You good to go? Then let's report back to HQ. I'm sure the commander will want to hear about this himself.
right.
Welcome back. Your floppy friends here filled me in on everything. You did good. Just watch yourself out there, Big Shot. You're still new at this, and we can't afford to lose you. They only got so many spare parts to go around.
Feeling better, are we? You took a nasty hit, no?
He'll be fine. I patched him up myself.
That's great, isn't it? We were worried sick, you know? We're still new in town, so we don't have many other friends here yet.
Wait, then Manon will live here too?
Correct. The NLA government has reached an accord with the Manon people. A friendship treaty. It guarantees their safety and provides them a place to settle here in the city.
That's great to hear, George. I wasn't sure how you'd react.
We don't need to be from the same species to be able to recognize our common ground. Someone told me that once.
That was a lifetime ago. That's quite a memory you have.
A blessing and a curse, believe me.
So you're all stuck here too, right? We were just cruising along out in space, you know? And suddenly, our nav system goes all screwy, and we find ourselves here. Which is pretty weird, considering our tech is far more advanced than anything Samar's got. You saw how bad they wanted it, yeah?
Samar. I thought it was the ganglion that attacked you.
You don't know about Samar? Seriously? As in the Interstellar Federation, Samar? I mean, they only rule over a radius of 6 million light years or so of space.
6 million? But that would span multiple galaxies.
Well, yeah. The ganglion are one of the milk crime syndicate. Just one tiny part of Samar, you know?
Just one tiny part. My good man, in the spirit of our agreement, we'd appreciate any intelligence you'd be willing to share.
Of course, of course. We'll tell you all we know, okay? After all, we are friends now, right? We are, right? Friends? Earth-human heroes who protect us, right? Because we live here now. Right? Oh, look, look! Here comes our little ship now.
Just ignore. I don't want to hear. How long will it be? There's no chance for peace. Uncontrollable.
All things come from left to right, and this world is changing fast. It's so hard to find the answer for itself. Can't we find the key to life? I don't want to be apart. Yeah, this magic we can find. Now it's time to rise.
Hello everyone, I'm Luxin. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X. Last time, we did Chapter 5, and had a huge amount of revelations about a bunch of different things. We met up with the Manon, fought off some Ganglion, and in the process of taking a hit for Tatsu, we learned that all the humans in the city are actually robots called mimeosomes. So, yeah, that's a thing now. This time, we're just gonna see what we can do and try to head ourselves off to Chapter 6. But the first thing I saw very quickly was the Manon arms manufacturer, Candid Incredible, is now open for business. So, I got the little Sakuraba and Granada stuff. We're gonna give you 1,000, just enough to put you to level 3, and then give everything else to Candid Incredible. So we got their Heavyware series, which I guess we got just their Heavyware series. And then we'll level up Candid Incredible to level 2, which gives us their Lightwear series. Their Dyads 3, I think those are dual guns and not launchers, actually. And the Haven 2. And just the Haven 2. Okay. So, because reasons, I actually want to get Chapter 6 done as quickly as possible. So I'm going to try to do as many requirements as quickly as possible. So Chapter 6, progress requirements are survey 20% of Noxalum and complete a friend in need. So we actually... I can go do that right now. So, what we're going to do is grab one party member to be the fourth who isn't Alexa. Not because Alexa was dying all the time before, but just for variety, because Chapter 6 is actually Elma and Lynn only. That's a 3-party member party limit. So, what we're going to do... We're going to take Gwyn, because I wanted to take Gwyn before. I think he's actually the lowest level.
Stay sharp out there.
Yeah, what level is he? He's like 12 or 13. Oh, he's 16. That's not bad. But we can get rid of Alexa. Grab Gwyn. And then we'll head off into the barracks to let's just do a friend in need. We might even get the first cutscene of Chapter 6 out of this. I don't know. Probably not. A friend in need's gonna take a really long time. So let's do it.
We have visitor.
So, that's the story. I know it'll take you through some dangerous territory, but they're almost out of supplies.
I'm a bit surprised. Pathfinders should know better than to get stranded out there. Whose team is it?
Believe it or not, it's Lau's.
Really? Lau? I thought he was pretty on the ball.
If only everyone organized and together like Tatsu.
Lau's plenty capable, when he actually gives a damn.
How do you mean?
Lately, the slacker's been wandering off mid-mission, leaving his men to do the heavy lifting. Who knows what the hell that boy's thinking? If he is, he ain't said a peep about it to me.
Maybe muscles and mustache scare Lau away?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. Wait, what'd you just say?
Well, whatever's up with Lau, his team still needs our help.
Right. No time to waste. And thanks.
Alright. Friend in need. Bring supplies to Sadin, I thought that said Sidon for a second, in Oblivion's barbaric desert. So I guess we're just gonna go straight off to Oblivia's barbaric desert then. Is this a place I've been to? This is barely in the area of places we've been to already, so there's gonna be some exploring this episode. We're gonna head to the ruins on the Butte first thing. Oh, we are in electromagnetic storm. This is a weather condition that constantly hurts everybody. You'd think it wouldn't be everybody, but you can see, at least I think you could see. Yeah, the prone warrior has less than full HP. So, yeah, and the auto heal thing, that only activates when you haven't taken damage for a certain amount of time. So unless the weather changes really quickly, I might have to fast travel to get myself out of this. Anyway, you can see the thing in the middle part of the arts palette is different now. It's got a gear on it instead of just the blank symbol thing. I kind of glossed over a tutorial by Lynn, I think it was, or Elma, or someone earlier. Advancements in Mimiosome technology have allowed the creation of something called the Overdrive gear, which greatly boosts all of your abilities. It'll increase, I think it increases every stat, actually. In addition to, I believe, providing, it's also faster primary and secondary cooldowns on arts, as well as the addition of a tertiary cooldown. And there's also a thing in that replaces a center icon called the Overdrive counter, which we'll get into when I start mastering Overdrive a little more than you can right now. But for now, basically, it's a limit break that also costs 3,000 TP, just like reviving someone would. Also, there's the Skell Wreckage that I'm having a very hard time getting for some reason. Can I get to it from just here, maybe? Like I said, the jumping controls aren't very good in this game. There we go. Oh! Silly me. I can't do that because the weather is giving us damage. Alright. You can actually die from weather conditions, but if an enemy like that sees me, I'm probably screwed. Or Gwyn is probably screwed. But for now, all I can really do is just book it. Oh, here's some poop. I'm amazed we're not out of that thing's range yet. Like, the Mephite, that makes sense. It was right there. But here's a quest, actually. Invincible. Who had Invincible on for a second? Is that on Tatsu somehow? I don't know. I really hope that weather changes soon. That's all I can say. Because at this rate, the next enemy that spots me will kill me. Maybe the Mephite's the invincible one. I just went through saying I can't even get the treasures in this weather, and then I tried to get another treasure. I actually backtracked to get another treasure because I'm a genius. All right, just gonna make sure next time that goes off. Yeah, Gwyn did not die from that. He'll stay at round 1. We'll all stay at 1. Let's grab this quest. It's probably not something we can do right now, but we don't have any quests active, or barely have any quests active right now, so might as well take it. Oh, I can die from it, apparently. I didn't know that. Alright, it's just a sandstorm now, so all we have is really nerfed stats. I'm gonna meet you right back at that quest location. Okay, here we go. This took me like 4 tries to actually find. Anyway.
Now what?
Completely broken. Yeah, probably not a good idea to come this far out on your own. Yep. I knew she was gonna do the hallucination thing. I don't even think... Like, that's one thing I don't think Mimiosomes would be able to do. I don't think they'd be able to hallucinate. Anyway, she's out of spare parts. We're gonna help her. She has about as much of an inferiority complex as I do. So we need scale parts. And all we need to do are kill Tectinsulas and Cretaceous resin, which I think is some sort of... I think it's just a collectible. So, not really anything we can do for that one, but wait it out, other than fight Tectinsulas as we see them. Anyway, now we can just head right back on our way to the mission. Which, I don't even know if this is the right way to do it. I don't know if I can get around this rock to get onto the proper side. I almost said right side, but I think I am on... I'm obviously to the right of it now, but I'm going south, so technically be on the left of it. Yeah, because over there, there's the probe for... Stop it, stupid sandstorm. That's a probe. That's right where we were last episode, actually. That's the one bridge area. So what I need to do is not go towards the Yawning Giant, but back where I was and follow the river forwards. Because when there's water, there's obviously not a gap. So we'll just run along here. There's not really much to talk about. I'll fight Tectinsulas as I see him. Just sandstone etching. Spino corrector, Gubara cabbage leaf. I guess I can talk a little bit more about Overdrive while I'm at it. But the important thing about Overdrive, it does not cost all of your TP to use. It costs 3,000 TP to use. It's possible to increase your max TP fairly easily with augments, with the skill that I have on me, which I think you can actually BP upgrade to go up to 1,000 extra TP. I might do that at some point. So it is possible to overdrive and gain a TP art right off the bat. And here's the Tectinsula, so... depending on how it goes, might actually be able to show overdrive on this guy. So that it's very useful because you can use your powerful arts during overdrive when you have extra arts. Actually, Tectinsula resin is probably from down there. So I'm gonna have to target the stomach bulge. Probably heal Gwyn up. I mean, actually, I shouldn't bother healing Gwyn since he is going to be lower leveled and taking more damage than everyone else by default for at least a while. Yeah, probably not going to get an overdrive off, but... yeah, Beam Barrage isn't doing awful damage. Just not much. Actually, in the command menu, there is a melee attacks. So I think it's... I don't know if it's Tectinsulas in general. I could check this in the enemy compendium later. But I don't know if they're weakest to physical or just have the least resistance to physical type damage. Because they're defensive in general. They're obviously large turtle things. Alright. Why do I hear uncontrollable? What am I fighting? Where is the tyrant? Or is the volume on my TV just down so low that I think Black Tar is uncontrollable? Hold on, I could take my headphones off and test this. Yeah. Okay, it is uncontrollable. Where is the tyrant? Is this one enemy bugged to play uncontrollable instead of Black Tar? I discovered the river isle. And it appeared to like get into some sort of defensive stance where it takes even less damage. Is this just supposed to be a type? This is really weird. Alright, so we were only fighting that thing, and Uncontrollable was playing for some reason. That is really weird. Also, another thing. Overdrive is sort of the replacement for chain attacks in X. So by that, if you enter Overdrive, the AI party members will also enter Overdrive, and there's a sort of counter for, like, party damage counter for Overdrive. So when 2 damage numbers will show up once you're done using it, it will be your damage and it will be the party damage. Actually, that reminded me, we hit Blade level 5, so when we're back in NLA for the end of the mission, I can upgrade a different skill and get some more customization options. So, like, post Chapter 6, that's when the world, like, the world obviously opened up on one level, but in terms of missions you can do, that opens up even more after Chapter 6, which is why I'm really trying to get it done quickly. Anyway, we're about approaching the mission site. Got these nice little stalagmites, but not in a cave at all. And there's a skell over there, so that's probably who we're looking for. A lot of level 26 enemies around there, so hopefully I don't have to fight any of those because Gwyn. Actually, no, Gwyn did good. Gwyn survived the whole time in that last fight, so I'm not too mad at him.
Man, you guys really saved our bacon. Now we can finally get back to work.
You have our thanks, and I'm sure Lao's as well.
Don't mention it. We're just doing our job, same as you.
Do you guys have any idea where Lao is? Or why he just up and left like that?
No idea. And even less of an idea when he'll return.
I'm sure he's just giving us a chance to grow.
Sure he is. What? Don't give me that look. I still trust him. Mostly.
Hey, I'd be pretty upset if someone forgot to restock and then left me stranded.
Actually, that was our mistake, not his. He just left us dead weights behind while he finished the job. He's always been like that, actually.
Always? Wait, you must be...
Sidon, ma'am. I've been working with Lao since we were back on Earth. Truth be told, he's the only reason I ever made it into Project Exodus. Without his recommendation, I'd be long dead.
Me and Mondo worked on the Frontier Nav development team. Needless to say, we've been big fans of Lao's ever since. Oh, I'm Shingo, by the way, and that there is Mondo.
I had no idea you guys had such respect for Lao. I'm sorry if it sounded like I was bad-mouthing him.
Anyway, are you all set here now?
Oh, we should be fine. Except...
Except what?
Well, we still have a probe to place, but the location is swarming with indigents. We usually let Lao do most of the fighting, and by most, I mean all.
If that's the case, we'd be happy to escort you.
Really? Wow! It'd be an honor to work with your team, ma'am. We'll move as fast as we can.
Tatsu getting oddly similar vibe from these two.
I guess the implication there was that I don't know what that line was supposed to mean. Either he's like, oh, they're basically the same person, or, oh, they're basically the player and Lin for sticking by and worshipping Elma, or something. I don't know. Or he still thinks he's in charge of everything and that we're his sidekicks. I don't know. Don't try to understand Tatsu. But at any rate, we got another objective that's... got the Leaning Ring as a landmark. That's probably important. Thunder Duo Gills, so we're gonna not aggro any of those. There's also that giant enemy over there, which was responsible for destroying me in Fog's Affinity mission, so we're not going to go that way either. But what we do need to do is... I'm not actually sure. Were we supposed to come here or kill enemies here?
We'd like to place that probe just beyond here.
Understood. We'll handle the fighting. I'll call you once the area's secure.
Man, Elma's amazing. She's so strong and professional and beautiful. Huh?
Tatsu know how friend feel. No need for shame about being ineffective and useless lump.
Thanks. I just... Wait, who are you calling a useless lump?
Yeah, and that's when you realize that Tatsu's actually 13 and completely behaves like a 13-year-old. Also, there are two cutscenes right next to each other, and they couldn't even... Like, oh, no, never mind. It's just actually Kill the Forfexes in here. I was gonna say, don't do two cutscenes right in a row. You know what? No. I was gonna say, we'll let Elma and Gwyn activate... Well, Elma used a TP art. Elma used something, I don't know, some sort of TP art. I was gonna be like, okay, we'll let them be the first ones to show off overdrive in the game, but that would be dumb. I have my overdrive built. I can tap into that at any point, but what I'm actually gonna do is save the majority of my TP for... Never mind. Or I could cancel the battle and turn the overdrive off. That was the damage counter I was talking about. I did waste the TP, but I don't want to show off all overdrive can do until the boss of this mission, just for dramatic effect.
Nice work.
I only got a skill for that. Okay. I could tell them all to build up TP during this, but I don't really see the need to. AI and overdrive aren't very... AI is not very good at overdrive. So I'm not gonna bother letting them do the thing, giving them the advantage. They're just gonna screw it up anyway. So keep the TP to myself. I don't know where all of Gwyn's went. I guess Gwyn might have used overdrive when I accidentally activated my own. That would explain why his TP is down. All Elma did was use a TP art when she was at 3000, so that's why she's at 2k, and Lynn just isn't good at building it in general, which is kind of bad. I guess I should do something. If I can get an arts gain TP augment for Lynn at some point, that would be good. She's the tank, so she should have some potency at reviving people. Wow, that didn't even drop anything. Alright, I could actually cut out the rest of these fights. What am I doing? There we go. I made the mistake of aggroing them all at once to hoping it would make the battle go faster. That just ended up with Elma dying, Lynn almost dying, running out of TP on everyone except myself. So we're in great shape for whatever comes next. Come on. That's a tiny cutscene radius for a large area here.
Wow, you carved through those guys like butter. That's amazing.
We'll get right on installing the data probe, ma'am.
And we'll keep an eye on the area so you can focus on your work. Things seem to be going well.
Thanks to you. We should have this baby ready to rock in just a few minutes. Holy crap! Sidon, we gotta get out of here!
Go if you want. I'm not moving until this thing is finished.
Huh? You got a death wish or what?
Hell, I'm just a mimeosome, right? Why not die from play? What do you two?
3 sets of hands will get this done quicker than 1, right?
Thanks, guys.
Elma!
Come on, let's keep that thing away from them.
What confidence!
Let's put it to work.
So, yeah, first thing, it's convenient that everyone's talking about being mimeosomes now that we know that we're all mimeosomes, right? Second thing, remember how I was complaining about Vigents before? Now we have to fight one. Third thing, yeah, let's just do overdrive and kill everything. That little counter on the right is demonstrating how much overdrive time we have left. Got my triple charge there. Doesn't look like I'm going to get enough TP to actually do anything significant here. Yeah, that did next to nothing. I didn't get enough TP back to... I wanted to go Ether Blast, actually. Elma died. Should not have used overdrive there. I should have... Oh, can I brain jack it? It is resistant to control. So I'm going to have to hope for... hit 2000 TP, get a double charged Aura Ether Blast out. That's probably the only way I'm gonna do very well here. I don't know why Gwyn is taking all this damage. I would... Oh, now I'm taking all the damage. I should not have asked for that. Okay, someone soul voiced me, so... With debuffs, sure, we'll do that. I don't know how long full specs lasts for, so I'm going to just do the double Ether Blast now and not save it for later. From the side, I'd rather that than get the double charge. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not going anywhere here. Got half of its HP gone, but that cost... Oh, it's immune to blackout, too. Yeah, we got a quarter of its HP down with all that. This could be a very large issue. Just gonna spam everything that can get me not dead. Oh, and then I died. Okay, we will have to rethink that a lot. Alright, first thing, it put us back at the Leaning Ring, so we'll have to get past the Forfexes again to even do anything. Second thing, I could swap Gwyn out for someone at a higher level. But we'll see what arts he actually has in the first place right now. Magnum Edge. This doesn't look... Okay. He should not have offensive stance. That just increases the damage taken. It makes him do more damage, but... Oh, those are all of his... I don't want him to... I'd rather offensive stance than decoy around, though, so we're gonna do that. Brainjack's not gonna be useful here. Screamer's not gonna be useful either. Subterfuge isn't... Even Myopic Screen is immune to it. But I don't have... The only arts I don't have set are Subterfuge, Screamer, Smooth Recovery, and Recuperate. Which Recuperate might help more than full... No, because I need the Aura boost on the other two. I'm going to try to brute force it one more time, then figure something out. I was hoping that I'd live long enough that that Soul Voice would get me overdrive. That did not happen. Yeah, I'm going to need to take a little bit of time to figure out what I'm going to do here now. First thing I'm going to do is probably the thing that was the most obvious, and that would be buy new equipment, at least for myself. Got 847,000 credits, so why not do that? Actually, first thing, I should give my... Not that. Do not need the status menu. Give myself the best gear I currently have and take it from there. Let's see. Physical attack plus 3. Cooldown reducer 3. What does that do? I can't view that. Alright, so... that... Arts gain TP 1. Was that the one I had, though? Do I want cooldown reducer or arts gain TP? Alright, we'll take that. If I sort... What's the sort button? Sort that by ray guns. Only one thing doesn't decrease total ranged attack. And that one... not gonna go with. So then grab knives and... straight up, nothing increases anything besides this. This titanium knife 1 gives plus 3 total attack, so yeah, we'll do that. Then go equipable. Yeah, nothing ups that. These things, they have a bunch of random effects. Like, this will decrease defense. None of the full uniform things are very helpful, unfortunately. Oh, I got tons of these that are actually good. Max TP up 4. That'll put me at 4,300, so I can use an aura straight out of Overdrive. And range it. I should have been taking these. I don't think anything else, nothing else there is going to put me in the blue. This one will decrease HP, but is there a way to sort, like... No, there's not a way to sort by decreasing defense. I guess it does sort by decreasing defense. Yeah. So these are the same, but Artful Execution Surge 5. And I guess take the one with the more stuff in it. That's minus 2 defense for another 800 TP. I don't know if I should do that. Yeah, everything else is less. Okay, so this is the best equipment I have right now. And I'm going to assume that the level 20 gear here, at least, is significantly better than what I've got. Hopefully. If there even is level 20 gear here. So on 96, okay, that's going into level 30 territory. Okay. This is just potential up. This is Nullify Ether Reflect 3. If that was useful, that did anything for me, I'd take it. Then this is the same. Firing range up is useless. Is there anything else that bumps it up to 80? This is Nullify Beam Reflect 3. It's a beam ray gun instead. The difference is Granada to Candid Incredible, or no, Granada and Meredith. I don't even have access to the Candid Incredible stuff yet. But is there anything else that puts it to 80? No. Even that's not going to do anything. That's a thermal one, though. I don't know what Vigents are weakest to. I should look that up, at least. Okay, intel for that doesn't exist, so I'm going to... Basically, my choices are Ether or Thermal. Lynn has a lot of Thermal on her already, so I'm going to go Ether. Then we go Knife. Ah, my knife is level 7. Yeah, 21 to 28. Saw 35 in there. Pissonoid Critical's up too. That's fish-based stuff, though. Anything besides that actually... oh, this one will. It's physical, same TP gain, melee attack up 3 in it. Well, anything there put me beyond 79. Yeah, I think there's a clear winner with that one. Then we'll see what armor they have here, how high I can get my defense. I can get myself. Like, this is just boosting my attack. Hold on. Okay, that's into level 25 territory. That's 10. I want to get my physical resistance up as high as possible, because that thing basically just uses physical. That's potential up, though. To 70. Reinvigorate 2. I don't know what Reinvigorate does, actually. That's also 70. That's potential. That's puts it at 70 and has potential up, so grab that. Yeah, you could buy the diving gear here for some reason, too. I don't know why. Combat Encaser. Yeah, it doesn't encase very much if it's actually a crop top with a tie and a vest. I don't really know how much encasing that's going to do. So that's 79. That's 80. Also, Reinvigorate 2. I still don't know what Reinvigorate 2 is. Don't know what Reinvigorate does. This increases attack, but decreases defense. I shouldn't go with that. I really shouldn't. That's another 80. Oh, that one increases melee attack. That one we're going to go with. And I don't know how much better than... Yeah, I don't know how much better than the stuff I've already got could be. Most I can increase defenses by 2. That nukes TP, that nukes ranged attack. And then... Let's see, can I get much more than a +4 on... I don't think I saw much more than a +4. Yeah, I'd rather not nuke ranged attack here. So... what I'm going to do is I'm not going to buy new armor for anybody. I want to see if it's actually possible to get significantly better. Okay, it is possible. I will definitely give at least Elma and Lynn better weapons. Because they're going to be with me the whole time. They should have better weapons. There's not much armor you can get that's actually better than their defaults. At least for the time being. So we're just going to give her the best available. Actually, the thing I found... Whoa! Okay, never mind. That's the level 60. I hit up instead of down. Let's see, is there anything... Yeah, there is nothing better than the stuff she's already got. Even though it is possible to increase their defenses a lot, rather not do that. I'm going to hold on to the... No, for Elma and Lynn, I should do that. I was just saying I should do that. What I can do, actually, is... if I give them other gear, I can just equip their defaults as fashion gear to not change their appearance drastically. That's plus 21, that's plus 22. This increases ranged attack as well. She's already a tank. No, that kills melee. Actually, everything will kill her melee attack a bit. So... I'll give her that. Yeah, as you can see, the reason fashion gear exists is because people look really stupid without all that. Oh, her default stuff has so many melee attack up augments. I don't want to get rid of more than a couple. Yeah, even the legwear has it. If I can at least... Yeah, we'll do that, just not totally destroy her defenses. And for Elma... Well, anything is useful for her. Anything head-wise is useful, at least. Plus 12. Yeah, we'll take that. Then... Oh, and her stuff has ranged attack in it. So this is just a plus 2. This will sacrifice ranged for melee, which is probably a good idea. And then this is plus 29, and this is a plus 17. We'll do that for now. This is what I mean. Until we can get armor with a lot of augments in it, nothing here is going to be particularly great. So, yeah, it takes a long time to get disconnected from that. So, didn't get anything for Gwyn. I look like this now. Look at what everyone else looks like. Think it's time. Think it's time to change the fashion gear a little bit. I'm gonna turn off helmet, so this doesn't matter. And we'll... You know what? I'm gonna turn off helmets first so I can take this seriously. So in settings, change game settings. Display settings, social settings, is that in here? No, it's not going to be in here because I have everything else off. Actually, I should turn my own achievement notifications off. Alright, it's not going to be in... There we go, system settings. So everyone's headgear is gone. Which automatically makes it look a lot less stupid. Even if literally nothing else I'm wearing matches. So then we go ground gear. Then we go fashion gear. Unfortunately... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take Elma and Lynn first. So there's that. That completely got Elma good. Then Lynn, I think I changed her top and bottom, so we'll put that. And we'll put that. And yeah, even though her headgear isn't abnormal, so didn't matter too much. Alright. Can I just give I should just give myself one of the uniforms. Or a school blazer, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with the school blazer. Now look at the size of this gun. First off, it's so big it still hasn't loaded in yet. There we go. Now we're looking a lot better. Let's try fighting that thing again. Or something. Yeah, I'm dead. Soul heals, or heal heals on Lynn. Or myself. Probably one on myself and one on Lynn. Or, I could get killed and Gwyn, do something please? Gwyn might be able to actually hit 3000 TP in this time. As long as Lynn doesn't die. Yeah, because Gwyn just jumped up 200 there. His sword... Or he could use his aura instead of reviving me. There is no way he would have won without reviving me. Thank you, Gwyn. Why are you shouting soul voices to no one? My god. Alright. That was... I'm going to take offensive stance off of Gwyn now. Because that is what killed me. And then I'm going to try this again. Not during an EM storm, though. Dang it. Okay. The death drop is still deadly. I'm not going to lower difficulty. There we go. That gives... Oh! Getting that burst gives them 1000 TP right off the bat. And then it can do the death drop again. What? Is it just using that art more now? That's a possibility, at least. Anyway, at some point, I was talking about how... No, it's... It didn't use that art the first 4 times I fought it. Alright. I'm gonna stick with this class for a while now, so... I should at least actually mess around with my skills. Which one do I need the least? Beam Guard, definitely. Gentle Approach, King's Decree, Feather Touch. I can get myself that. Alright, let's see. What other arts do you have? Mortal enemy, humanoid by 30, extends overdrive duration by 5 seconds. That's good, but not entirely useful. Unwavering courage, we'll give him that. Lin has long topple. Do I want to get rid of... I'm going to level that up twice for sure. As well as that. That didn't do much. Don't want to get rid of any of these, actually. We'll do that stuff. Now, high tension. That's worth it. That gives me another bunch of TP to play with. Do that. And then try leveling some arts. Said I need not gonna waste 72 BP on Slit Edge. I'm gonna do that. Here, now the tertiary cooldown bonus is up. So that's the thing. Gwen has a lot of BP to deal with. Gonna get that to level 3. Not myopic screen, not brain jack. That's the thing. All the rest of my arts are fully leveled already. Don't think I should even... Maybe boost Beam Barrage even more. Oh, that one's only 36. So yeah, I'll boost Beam Barrage once more, and that'll be enough for that. Elma. Not going to boost Sliding Slinger again. Not going to boost Shadow Strike again. Or Stream Edge. I'm going to level up Electric Surge twice. Do that. And Lynn's arts. I could swap Iron Prison out for Drumroll, actually. Level Drumroll up. This is Cool Off is cool because it removes debuffs and turns your aura into TP, which could be good in a pinch, but I don't have... Because Thermal Payload, is Thermal Payload better to have than Fire Carnival here? We got 2 that do extra damage to toppled enemies. I'm the only one with a purple. That's Blaze, that's increased to topple enemies. That does the topple. I can swap out Bulletstorm for Drumroll. No, I'll try that, actually. So let's see. Oh, and she'll start off with... She didn't die right at the end there, so she'll start off with TP. She'll also start off a lot more... She's a lot more... She has significant amount more HP now, too. Oh, that screwed up the Stole Voice. We got the staggered. Flynn can topple early. Yeah, there we go. Be able to do that. Doesn't look like she got any of her topple boost arts out. But, oh, the claw arts. The regular claws inflict physical res down. I was getting hit less because I was healing less stupidly before. Oh, that could have ruined this entire run. Alright, that inflicted virus? Okay, Gwyn was the one who died there. That's important. I'm gonna heal myself. There we go. I'm gonna try to use once I do get to 3,000 TP. I'm going to try to revive Gwyn just to have Gwyn alive. Don't know how useful it'll be, but it's staggered. I'm not gonna get the topple, unfortunately. I'm gonna do that. It looks like it doesn't have any non-physical arts.
I need healing.
Which is good because I have chrome armor. Lyn just has naturally high physical resistance. Her weapons just have naturally high physical resistance. Wish there was better art than Brainjack to use right now, though. There we go, got her. You know what? Full specs Ether Blast. See, I actually lived it that time. There we go. She used Cool Off. I think she had her aura up then, too. Pump that out while the aura's still up. Get myself some heals. Got it staggered. Lyn still doesn't have enough TP to topple, but that was a good run right there. If I can keep myself alive for a little longer. I think both Elma and Lyn have greens now, so they can satisfy my asking for healing thing there. Almost able to revive Gwyn. Only a little more TP, Lyn will be able to topple it, which unfortunately doesn't look like it's going to happen again. Healer this time instead of other thing. Alright, I saw the overdrive go up. That means Gwyn can get put back in. I guess it did the death drop while I was on the side because Elma's gone and Lyn is almost gone. Healer there. Do that. Keep their tension up. Never mind. Gwyn just used Burst Grenade. Okay. I'll have them go back to that and I'll focus on TP building again to get Elma back. I was gonna be like, oh god, I'm dying. I am dying. Okay, I can heal Lyn now. Stone Breath? I don't even know how that hit me, but heal Lyn. Stop aggroing on me. Plus 60%. That's a really weird number for one of those, for a Soul Voice thing. Alright. I've got Myopic Screen and Brainjack. I could swap Brainjack out for something. There's even something else I can use. Like Absorb. I could. Nope, Death Drop. I'll swap Brainjack for Absorber Skin next time. Alright. I don't know what I did, but it's aggroing heavy on me right now. Thankfully, its arm sweep attacks only hurt one party member at a time. There we go. I don't even know if Perfect actually recovers more health, or if it's just the TP thing. Alright, Lyn just took a death drop like a champ there. So if we can get the aggro back on her. I'm not even too worried that Elma died right now.
We're in a good position. Move in. Okay.
I like how it can claw through its body to do that. That was nice. As long as it stops constantly targeting it. If I can get the aggro back on Lyn. If I can get the aggro back on Lyn, even though I'm literally doing nothing but just... Gwyn, you don't need as much healing as I do. Okay, now you need more. Oh, that might have screwed me up a lot. It's staggered. It's staggered. Lyn has the TP to topple. Or Elma could just die again. That too. Oh, now she used Wild Down now, of course. The other thing is its claw attacks inflict HP recovery down, which that got the bonus effect there. which means that you'll recover less HP from stuff, like soul voices. So, it's another monkey wrench in the thing. I don't really know where I was going with that. And it does the claw attacks quite a lot, as you can see. Good thing is, this has a bonus effect from the side of doing... Oh, there's an appendage. No, Gwen, you just said Roger that. You can't say Roger that and then not topple it. Come on. I was counting on you to actually topple it there. Oh wait, I've got Absorber Skin, and I forgot to use it. Oh, that's an inflict physical res down. Okay. Alright, an Invincible Elma will help quite a lot right now. Especially because I don't have enough TP to reliably... There we go. That's the only thing I could actually use Myopic Screen for is purple soul voices. Because it's immune to Brainjack too, so like... Oh, there we go. There go both legs. The claws have a lot more HP than the rest of the appendages, so... Not gonna do too much, but I botched that soul voice. Something special. Ooh, nice stagger, nice stagger. Gonna give her Absorber Skin too. Nice topple, nice topple. I'm still not going to use my ranged arts yet, just because... Just hold on to the TP for something like that happening. Oh, so close. I just need to stand behind it the entire time I'm not reviving people. Yeah, I accidentally hit lower level to lower the level, so it's level 14 now. And now we're going to see why I didn't just say, screw it, I'll lower the level. It's going to be stupid easy. It's not like, oh, it's easy but a fair challenge. Like last time was a fair challenge. I was underleveled, I was doing stupid things the first few times I fought it. I did get screwed over by the death drop a couple dozen times at this point, but now that it's been lowered 5 levels, it's no challenge at all. So that's why, even if it would be easier to just lower the level, that's why I'm never going to do it intentionally. Like this time it was a complete accident, and I never intend to. Look at that. Even Gwyn was able to survive the death drop that time. Gwyn was able to survive it with half his HP even. It's literally doing half the damage it did before. We're also hurting it like twice as fast. So it's not even... It ruins the whole point of the boss fight. And this holds true for late game bosses too. Like they're all ridiculously easier as well. So I'll still cut to the end of this fight because you've seen everything this guy can do dozens of times by now. Although it's time to show off something that's actually more powerful than Overdrive is right now, which is double full specs, double beam barrage, double ether blast combo. So yeah, that did half of this thing's HP when I was struggling to get it to halfway previously. It is dumb. It is really, really dumb. Anyway, at least that expedited this episode from being like 3 hours long, but I'd still rather it have actually been a win and not stupid like this.
All right. Looks like the probe is up and running.
Now data from this area can be uploaded to Frontier Nav.
It wouldn't have been possible without your help.
No kidding. The rumors don't do your team justice.
Don't sell yourselves short. It was your team as much as ours that saw this mission through.
Tatsu definitely gets similar vibe from these two.
Was that all you needed then?
Yes, we're all good now. We'll finish a few calibrations and then head back.
All right, team. Move out.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we just go back to the administrative district, which actually isn't a bad thing because we're gonna accept a new story mission in a minute. And we need to head to Division Drive, which is Lau's spot.
What? Lau came back after we left?
Classic timing, huh? We told him all about how you saved the day. All he said was be sure to thank him.
Then he wandered off again to who knows where.
Never a dull moment with that one.
That's how it should be. Better than the alternative, anyway.
I hear you. I haven't forgotten how he was when we first got here.
What do you mean?
Lau's skills as a Pathfinder are pretty special. They're going to help humanity carve out a life here on Mira. But he didn't board the White Whale because he thought he was useful.
He did it so he could get his wife and daughter on the ship. He thought his abilities would permit his family passage, but...
They didn't make it on board.
Right. The war hit right before he would have summoned them.
Oh.
Those were some dark days for him. Lau was empty. Like his soul was just gone. I don't know what he's been doing lately, but whatever it is, it gives him purpose. It's good to see him living again.
Not that it makes getting left behind any easier.
I've told you 100 times already. If you had better skills, Lau wouldn't need to worry so much.
Yeah.
You guys really do love him, don't you?
But no one loved their leader more than Team Tatsu love Elma. No one!
And that is that. Friend in Need is done. We learned Balance Breaker, which we unfortunately can't give to Alexa. And second recon for here is complete. But what I want to do is... Lau is not here. He must be at a heart-to-heart location. It's unfortunate. At least I think he's not here. Oh, there he is. I'm going to... do this. That'll finish that segment. And I can use that as an excuse to remove Gwyn. Because we can't use Gwyn next chapter.
I see.
And next chapter is what we're going to do next time. So until then, I'm Luxin, signing off.